What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventurer 1994 here, and it is Sunday, October 9th, 2022, and the Giants and Packers game is over, which took place in England today, and the Giants wound up winning that. Yeah, thank goodness they won that, because Green Bay is a tricky team, as we all know. But why I wanted to come out here is because tonight is a game 3 between the Mets and the San Diego Padres in the 2022 MLB wild card. Yeah, and the only one that's left. The only wild card series that's left standing. The Mets and the Padres forced a game 3 last night with a Mets win, and the Mets lost horribly the night before. So now we have a game 3. And it's for both the Mets and the Padres. It's either win or the season's over. So if the Mets win this, they move on to play the Dodgers next in the division round. And if the Padres win this, then they play the Dodgers in the next round. So we're the only wild card series that actually forced the game 3 this year. Because the Phillies swept out the Cardinals, and the Guardians swept out the Rays, and the Mariners wiped out the Blue Jays. Surprisingly, the Blue Jays were leading pretty far from them, and then all of a sudden the Mariners started hitting more runs, and then all of a sudden they blew right past them just like that. So the 3 teams in the division round, the Braves, the Yankees, and the Astros, they know who they're playing. The Yankees got the Guardians, the Astros get the Mariners, and the Braves get the Phillies. Now the Braves and the Phillies, that's going to be crazy. Those are 2 division rivals that are about to face each other. I mean, if the Mets are rivals with these 2 teams, then they're a rivalry to each other. That's pretty easy to say. And it's common sense to say too. Yeah, the Braves and the Phillies are gonna like scratch each other's eyes out like cats. It's gonna be crazy next round. And it's not gonna be easy playing the Dodgers if the Mets advance. So we're the only wild card series that forced the game 3 this time. And it's up to the Mets and the Padres to win this. This is a win or leave game. You only get 3 games if you force the game 3. If the series is tied. We're the only series that's tied right now. And it's up to either the Mets or the Padres to break that tie with a win. And to move on to the division round. Yeah, so it was only 2 games and the other teams just swept the other teams in the other wild cards. As I was saying, it was only 2 games in the other wild card series. The other teams just swept the other teams. I mean, the Phillies surprisingly swept the Cardinals. I mean, I was expecting the Cardinals to beat them, but the Phillies were strong enough to eliminate them. Yeah. Sometimes you could be the best team in the playoffs and then the underdog like takes you out of the first round. That really happens. I mean, the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2019 playoffs in hockey, they were the best team, and then all of a sudden the Blue Jackets like swept them just like that. Well, guess what? The Phillies did the same thing to the Cardinals, and I'm kind of annoyed with that because the Phillies are still my worst team, like my nemesis in the MLB. And if the Mets beat the Dodgers, I mean, first let them beat the Padres, and if the Mets beat the Dodgers, it's not going to be easy in the final round before the World Series. So yeah, I will be keeping on the playoffs for you guys, whether the Mets make it or not. And we'll see how everything plays out. I hope the Yankees last too. So it's going to be an interesting division round. I will be keeping an eye on it for you guys, and I guess that's it. Best of luck to the Mets and the Yankees, and I guess that's it.